not us who made him, it is the law. It is the law. So I seated here, you can see, our airport chairman is here, the Honorable Nzuya. I am, in addition to being the acting vice chair, I'm also the parliamentary group secretary. You can check the registrar's record. The Honorable Kanini Kega is here, director of elections, and the acting secretary general. The Honorable Mositet is here as the deputy party leader. The Honorable Naomi Shaban as the deputy party leader. The Honorable Gatoru as the deputy party leader. The Honorable Jim Angwenyi as the deputy party leader. We have the Honorable our airport deputy SG, the Honorable Joshua Kutunyi. We have the Honorable Rachel Chamai here, treasurer, and also deputy director of elections. Honestly speaking, I want you to ask you members of the fourth estate. We have the youth leader here, Mundalo. Ask Jeremiah Kione and wherever he is. We have the director of legal service. Executive, we have the director of legal. We have the executive director, the party complete. And I want to challenge the members. You know, for me, I'm a friend, and I want to challenge the members of the fourth estate. Ask yourselves, and this question should go to the Honorable Kioni. He wants to organize an illegal coup within the party. The owners of the party are these people seated here. Yes. Not Kioni, not his cohorts, not going round. That will not, I know, he has been given some, he has to justify the expenditures. After we disagreed, and this our leader will give the official press conference. After 12 February, we as the leadership took stock of the party activities. And it dawned on us that we are cohabiting with a deceitful, corrupt group. And you know the history of this country. I take this, and I'm the one who is saying this. We have had political preneurs. We have had individuals who have had the expertise, who have used every opportunity at the end of every election to manipulate individuals for their personal gains. In the parliamentary practice, Jubilee is the third largest party. The National Assembly consists of 350 members. If you compete, a parliamentary party must garner 5% of the members, elected or nominated. Jubilee has 28 members. The threshold is 18. If you compete, ODM is number one. Not ODM, sorry. UDA is number one. Number two is ODM. Number three is Jubilee. We have 28 members in the National Assembly. Using that number, there are constitutional slots pursuant to Article 108 that this party was entitled to. Because at that particular time, we were still that under the ambit of the Azimio. The minority leader comes from the party with the highest numbers in the minority coalition. The deputy minority leader ought to have come from this party. Who is the occupant right now? You know who's the occupant? The Honorable Mbui is a member of WIPA. That position rightfully belongs to Jubilee. There are close to 28 slots in leadership, in audit committees, in critical committees that are meant for the parties constituting the minorities. Jubilee has none. We have lost 7 of our slots. 7, and I want you to understand this is 7 of our slots. Who took them? Our friends in the ODM, as usual. And they have done it under the NASA, they have done it under every group. We lost. Under Article 127 of the Constitution, the Parliamentary Service Commission, we were entitled to a slot. The worst part of it, I occupied that slot for 3 consecutive terms, and have been qualified as the longest serving commissioner under the current Constitutional Commission pursuant to Chapter 15 of the Constitution. We nominated the Honorable Waluke, who was disadvantaged at that particular time. We nominated him when he was in jail. You know what they did? They conned him of his money and gave the slot to somebody else. Isn't that a shame?
Sure.
Can we associate ourselves with that particular person?
No.
We will demand that slot. Those will decide whether we'll get it from the person in the Senate or the National Assembly. But I think in my mind, because we have most of our members in the National Assembly, the occupant of that slot, the Honorable, you know the person? The member from Mavoko. We are putting him on notice. We will be putting a constitutional petition so that position of PSC reverts to Honorable Waluke. And finally, having been part of an abusive marriage, having refused to participate in those shenanigans, we pronounce ourselves as completely out of that abusive marriage and started functioning as an independent parliamentary party. In October this year, the Speaker of the National Assembly, guided by the law, made a Solomonic ruling and recognized Jubilee as a parliamentary party and appointed the Honorable Sabina Wanjiru Chege as the Jubilee parliamentary whip. The input of that is we are completely out of the ambit of Azimio. When Parliament reconvenes in the next session, under the leadership of the Honorable Sabina Chege, we will demand those 7 slots that we have. I have done a computation. Those 7 slots of leadership will demand the PSC position and will demand the proper placements of these highly qualified men and women in the National Assembly and the Senate in the committees of their choice. And finally, we as Jubilee and we as the leadership, we respect the rule of law. We respect every citizen's right to participate, to associate, to do anything. But we want also those who are going around to abuse this name of Jubilee to desist. To desist. And for those of you, the members of the Fourth Estate, this is the bona fide leadership of Jubilee, and henceforth, you will be seeing a more reinvigorated, more energized activities of this great party. And as you can see from the opinion polls, after UDA, ODM, we are the 3rd largest party. Jubilee! 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 Asanteni sana.
Asante sana, makofi kwake jameni. Asante sana. Wacha nimkaribishe sasa Secretary General. Asante sana, makofi kwake jameni.
Asante sana my deputy, thank you so much DSG. Ni vizuri tuwakumbushe ile slogan yetu. Tukisema Jubilee ya kwanza ni sisi. Na ya pili wacha tuiende sahihi. Jubilee. Jubilee. Lazima useme kwa nguvu kwa sababu Jubilee ni sisi. Jubilee. Jubilee. Tuendelee ama tusiendelee? I want to say that today we have had a very successful meeting between the party organs, and we want to thank the chair and also our party leader for convening this meeting. For the record, we have our national chair here, Nelson Zuya, who has been our chair for the longest, and he is still our chair. We have the entire NEC here. We have the parliamentary group, and more importantly, we also have the MCA's caucus here, led by their chairman. For the record, Jubilee is the 3rd largest party in the National Assembly. We have, for the record, 28 MPs in the National Assembly. We have 5 senators in the Senate. We have 1 governor, and we have 126 MCAs spread across the entire Republic of Kenya. And that one is a clear manifestation that Jubilee is a national party, and we totally disassociate ourselves with any person trying to purport that Jubilee is a regional party. Jubilee is a national party. And that one has to sink in the mind of others, that Jubilee is a national party. Secondly, we are happy, and it has been mentioned by our leader, Honorable Kanini, that Jubilee now has been recognized as a parliamentary party. And we want to really thank the wise leadership of the National Assembly. we are still moving around to make sure that Jubilee is also recognized, even at the county level. That all our counties, starting from Nairobi, that our MCAs will be properly recognized as independent members of the county. Not independent, but they will be called county. The county parties is a political party. In that, it means that the slots that are due for you, that were taken by that abusive marriage of ODM, you still reclaim your positions. In Nairobi, you are supposed to have many slots. Unfortunately, they were taken by ODM. In areas whereby you have proper and well organization working together with our counties, we will not, touch on that. If you have a good relationship and working relationship with your county government, that's okay. We have seen Kioni going around purporting to conduct elections. I am the director of elections. The chairman of the board of elections is here. The NEC has not sanctioned any election. So whatever is happening there, it is just political, dramatization. And actually those are kicks over dying horse. There are no elections that have been ordered. Jubilee is a party that has order and structure. And when we will call for elections, we will make it public and known. But going around counties, purporting, to usurp powers that they don't have, purporting to replace members, of the chairs and the officials of the party, we want to say and assure our members that by next year, when the proper neck will sit and the organs will sit, we will be able to give that direction. Finally, we want to say that as much as we are independent, and we are happy that we have been recognized as an independent party, political party, we are also working very closely with the government. Because we have been in government ourselves. Jubilee is an immediate former party. In fact, most of the infrastructural development is courtesy of Jubilee. And it will be full hard for us not to support some of the good things that are being done by the government. If the government is doing something good, we will beseech our members to support. But if the government is not doing something good, we want to beseech you also, members, to also tell the government when they are not doing something right. So we are happy today to report to you as Jubilee members, because Jubilee members, or Jubilee, not Jubilee, a party is defined by elected leaders, not former. You don't define a party by former members. You don't even define a party by a former president. You don't define a party by former MCAs or former MPs. No, you define a member by the sitting MPs or the sitting leaders. And that is the reason you are the third largest party. So for the former MP for Daragwa, Honorable Kioni, to go around purporting that he is representing Jubilee, we want to assure the people out there that he is the one who is lost. This is a genuine Jubilee. Kwa hayo mengi machache, nataka sasa nimkaribishe kiongozi wetu wa chama chetu cha Jubilee, Mheshimiwa Sabina Chege, ambaye pia ni kiraja kule katika bunge, lakini kabla hajafika, ni vizuri chairman, si vizuri kuja hapa. Chairman wa chama ndiye hapo hapa. Muulize Kioni wakati anaenda kule kusema mambo mengine kule, muulize chairman ni nani wa chama. Atakwambia vizuri chairman ni Nelson Zuya, na haya hapo hapa. Karibu chairman.
Asante. Basi mimi niseme tu kwa kifupi, nikisimama hapa, nimesimama kama mwenyekiti wa hiki chama. Siku chache zilizopita nilisikia mwingine akisema kwamba yeye sasa ndiyo mwenyekiti. Mimi nataka kumwambia hiyo atangoja. Mimi ndiyo mwenyekiti wa hiki chama, na mpaka siku ile kutafanyika kongamano la wanachama wa Jubilee na kufanya mabadiliko. And this guy is on record saying that he was one of the president's men and he was going to retire with the president. Sisi tunashangaa bosi yake alienda retire, yeye bado anarandaranda. Mimi nimetoka Mombasa na wahenga kule walisema chema chajiuza. kibaya chajitembeza. Sasa sisi ndio Jubilee, sisi tutajiuza. Wale wengine ambao wanajitembeza, wahenga walisema. Asanteni sana. Wacha sasa tumkaribishe kinara wetu Mheshimiwa Sabina Chege. Tusimame tumkaribishe, tusimame tumkaribishe.
Haya basi tuketi. Jubilee power. Lazima tutoe power kidogo, si ndio? Na tumesema Jubilee ni sisi, na tukisema ya pili tunasema mbele pamoja. Jubilee. Semeni kwa sauti. Jubilee. Jubilee. Very good. I will not take a lot of time because my colleagues have really spoken about today's meeting. First and foremost is to thank the members of for the state for coming to cover this meeting. And this meeting was convened by the NEC, and the participants are members of the NEC, members of various organs within the political party Jubilee, the elected members of parliament, senator, and also the elected MCAs. So this is a meeting convened for the leadership of Jubilee Party. We've had a very fruitful deliberation. And again, just to say, after 10 years of Jubilee, this is the first time we are having such a meeting. Let's clap for our NEC leadership. And just before I read the statement, because mine is just to read the statement, is also to say that the Jubilee we have now is going to involve all. We are going to involve our leadership, and we have also mandated all our leaders, from the governor, the senators, the MPs, and the MCAs, to go back to the grassroots and prepare for the party recruitment and enhance the party machinani. So from today henceforth, any communication that is going to go to our members who are on the grassroots, it will either come from the NEC or from the elected leaders, because they're the ones who are mandated by the people to govern this party. Secondly, as a summary before I read also, I also want to say that we are very much concerned about the state of the nation, the cost of living, and the concerns of Kenyans. As the Jubilee members, what we have deliberated and agreed is that we will fully participate in our respective areas. First and foremost, from the counties, we will fight at the National Assembly to make sure that our MCAs will get the Ward Development Fund so that they're able to empower our people machinally. We cannot tell our people to go for maandamano or just not to work. We want to empower them through our respective assemblies. So the first one is to ensure that even the welfare, and we have done a commitment of all our MCAs will be your first champions, and we will fight so that your welfare is looked at, so that you're also able to stand for your people at the grassroots, because we are the nearest people who are at the grassroots. Secondly, for our members of parliament, we have also committed issues about the budgets, issues about the concerns of Kenyans. We'll be going to the grassroots, and once we get what the people want, we have the power to go lobby at the floor of the house, to go and pass laws that are friendly to the people. So we will not blame anyone. We will take it up ourselves as elected members to look at the welfare of Kenyans. And that is our commitment that we want to give to Kenyans today. So allow me now to officially read the statement, and these are resolutions of Jubilee Party Leadership Summit that was convened by the National Executive Committee in conjunction with the national and county elected leadership, held here today on 20th December, year 2023. The NEC and other organs of the party, together with Jubilee Party Parliamentary Group and all elected members of the county assemblies from across the country, with a direct sovereign mandate from our members and Kenyans to represent the interests of Kenyans and Jubilee members in Parliament and within counties, having met today to deliberate on important matters affecting our party, and aware that the Jubilee Party is the third largest party in the Parliament of the Republic of Kenya, with 28 members in the National Assembly, 5 senators, and also we have our footprints within our 126 members of County Assembly, with representation in a majority of the counties in Kenya. And just allow me just to say where our Jubilee Party have our members. We have our members, a majority in Nakuru County. Let us appreciate them, as I mentioned. At Wajir County, Narok, Nyamira, simulapiga makofi, Meru, Kajiado, Nyandarua, Embu, Isiolo, Nairobi, Kitui, Taita, Turkana, Uasin Gishu, Kilifi, Trans Nzoia, Lamu, Bungoma, Samburu, Garissa, Kirinyaga, and Baringo. Those are around 24 counties and counting. And we have Nyeri and we have Murang'a, because we are here. Oh, Kisii. Tumefika 25, by the way, already. And so once we start going to the grassroots, because our elected leaders will invite us to the ground, we will go find them and we'll start recruitment from where we have elected leaders before even we go elsewhere. So, chama iko imara. We are happy that our elected leaders have remained united in representing the party in parliament and in the county assemblies, where we're represented despite the challenges that we have faced this year of intimidation from our coalition, so-called coalition partners, and even within the party. And after lengthy deliberations, this party, Jubilee Party Summit of elected leaders, hereby resolves as follows. 1, that the Jubilee Party, as the third largest party in Kenya, will defend its parliamentary party position in the National Assembly and also its position in all county assemblies. Secondly, that we firmly support the resolution of NEC to exit from the abusive Azimio coalition and will abide by the orders of the High Court that has suspended that process until the hearing and determination of the legal matter that is in. Sisi na Jubilee ni yetu, and so we are going to drive our party for better performance. That this leadership gathered here strongly commits to ensure that our party will only be governed through its established organs in accordance with its constitution and regulation, and that we acknowledge the concern of all Kenyans regarding the high cost of living being experienced by Kenyans, and will support all efforts by the government to stabilize the economy. We resolve to participate actively in our various positions mandated by the people in all our assembly, be it national, at the Senate, or at the county assembly, to alleviate this problem. We affirm that Jubilee Party stands for peaceful resolution of all national issues of concern and support the report of National Dialogue Committee, and further reiterate the contents of the memorandum presented by our party to the committee, calling, among other things, the entrenchment in the constitution of the Ward Development Fund, the CDF and GAF Fund, and we also want to urge all our members of parliament to champion the welfare of Kenyans, and especially the welfare of our MCAs as we debate in the report of parliament. We want to caution all our members that activities that some of our former officials of the party have been conducting across the strongholds purporting to be installing officials of the party are illegal and unconstitutional, and no such activities have been sanctioned by the National Elections Board of the party. But if they still want to continue, supporting the party, we are not fighting anyone, but all we are saying, there is the point where if elections are to be done, it will be officially communicated. But if you want to market Jubilee, there's no problem. The internal party mechanism be established to investigate the issue of our party funds to the tune of over 700 million Kenya shillings that were irregularly transferred to private hands and to Azimio campaign the last election, instead of being used to support party aspirants. And some of our positions that we lost was because there was no support. And these people also are witness that they were not supported during the elections. And that the relevant party organs will take action against some of our former officials who are interfering with the leadership of the committee membership of our MCAs in different county assemblies. And we want to urge our MCAs not to be intimidated. This NEC, they will stand for you because they want the party to grow. And finally, I want to say that we, as the elected Jubilee members of Parliament, we want to wish all Kenyans a very Merry Christmas, a bountiful new year, and we want to say the work has just started, and Jubilee ni sisi, Jubilee ni yetu, na tunakuja mashinani. Asanteni sana.